What's up? So coming to you on a Saturday, I want to talk about the small cap market and lack thereof. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and we will be bringing you these daily and sometimes twice a week for market recaps, hot stocks to watch. So I want to just talk a little bit about the Trump pump. A lot of times we are looking at the wrong things in the small cap space. You're basically looking at Trump social media, but we're basically looking at what can cause a stock to have a reason for people to buy it up. Okay, so what's a SPAC? A SPAC is a shell company that allows groups of investors to raise money, list on a stock exchange, and then quickly take a private company public in a way that bypasses the rigorous process of a traditional IPO. SPACs are known as blank check companies because they exist as pools of cash without an explicit investment target until they find their corporate soulmate. All right, so look at him. Here he is. Basically, we are looking at a guy that has been ostracized from social media because of some of the things he said, some things that have been true, some things that have not been true, some things that people just don't like. Whatever the reason is, it's a guy with a cult-like following and former president and a big brand, a big international brand. So what does that mean? Anytime you have popularity, that means you can have positive price movement, okay? So what's causing this Trump pump? What's causing this? DWAC. We're going into this, and I'm telling you how this fits into the bigger picture of the market, okay? Whenever you get a stock doing this kind of thing, making this kind of move, it is indicative of what the true small cap market is about. We got large caps, we got small caps, we got OTCs, okay? So remember, back in the first part of this year, we had these kind of moves. We had halts, we had UTME. This was one of the big stocks that we traded that really set everything off. So, this was in April. From April 4th, April the 6th, we opened up. We opened up at 11 and went all the way to 107. When we traded that stock all the way up to almost $100. So, now fast forward, we're here. Now, these stocks you're going to see have sold off. Okay, because the small cap market was abandoned. Look at everything that's running right now. Everything was at highs at the beginning of the year. This is January, February, and then April. Okay, what else? We got tons of stocks that done this. SGBX, which we're going to talk about. Highs, lows today. Okay, highs. Okay. Lows today. So this is a common theme. What you have to realize is that news makes these small caps run. Now, they went all the way. They went from Trump to PHUN. PHUN was doing what? Nothing. It was doing absolutely nothing until we got this pump. Okay. So again, if you're a newbie, understand that you have to get out at some point. Stocks don't only go up. They go down a lot more than they go up. The language of the market is selling, okay? There's always going to be somebody selling. Even if there is more buying than selling, there's always going to be more selling. There's always going to be selling until the buying stops, and then that's when the bottom falls out or a rug pull. So we just want you to trade safely. Don't get caught up in the GameStop, AMC, all of that hype. And I'm using those as generals and hypothetical, because just remember, at the end of every transaction is someone at the opposite end of the transaction. So for someone that was buying at 483, there's another person that was buying at 65 and selling at 483. You don't want to sell your shares, okay, for $100, the same ones that you bought for almost $500, okay? You have to always be taking profit, scaling out, or at least putting stops in, all right? So, again, I just want to kind of give you what that's about. So, Think about ears. That doesn't exist anymore. Eyes. Okay, again, highs, beginning of the year, lows right now. At one point, ears and eyes were running together. Ears went crazy, so eyes went crazy. You know, sympathy can be anything, and small caps have lots of sympathy plays, okay? Even if the stock sounds the same, even if the stock looks the same, or it does something similar, the sympathy plays are going to come out of that, okay? So, again, what caused PHUN to run with DWAC? Well, there was an article saying that Trump had did a deal or partnership to some degree with this company. So, you know, whenever we see something that is unusual, you just have to look at the reason. And in our product, the catalyst is one of the main things. Okay, so firmware shares are trading higher, possibly simpler with digital world, as traders circulate article from May 2020 highlighting a partnership between firmware and the former Trump campaign. Okay, so this has nothing to do with what's happening right now, but you see the market is looking for something to run up. So after they pump PHUN on every pump Discord or whatever the case may be, then we got another pump that was based on a Trump article, and you see this in our Discord. So here, Donald Trump Jr. named to an advisor. Okay, so now SGBX decides to run because of another Trump pump. Okay, sold off after hours, but again, we see highs and now we see lows. All right, so start looking for these kind of bounces. Again, they signed a 2-year contract in 2012. Why would this cause the stock to run? Because the market is irrational. The market does what it wants to do, and it finds any reason to make money. Okay, it finds any reason to take money from people who don't understand what's going on. All right, so either way, buying on support, buying before this run starts is the smartest thing to do. Now, last thing, SGBX got pumped from the article we just showed you. This is what the small cap market is about. So again, we hope this means small caps are back. You'll see a lot more of this. You will see stocks. I mean, we had more halts just Friday than we've had all month long in the last 2 months, I believe. Okay, so be ready, have your game face on. Do not chase these halts unless you see a real true market move and real momentum, okay? Because you can't be left holding the bag. Be ready to take profits, trade smart. Don't get sucked into the hype, okay? Don't get sucked into the hype. Always make sure you're trading safely at safe levels and minimizing, most importantly, minimizing your risk, okay? If you have to paper trade, paper trade. But just wanted to let you know there has not been a small cap market. The small cap market is what happened Friday, okay? We weren't in a small cap market. We're beginning to get into a market where small caps are starting to run, but right now it is just the beginning stages of what could be a resurgence into small caps. All right, so I mean, we saw GROM get halted. We saw a number of stocks get halted. Mark went crazy as well. And again, that was something that was running beginning of the year, in the last year. So again, we may start in November where we had like last year and run all the way into February. If that's the case, small markets are back. We'll be happy about it. But that is the small market. We hope it continues. But again, trade safe, trade well, trade with rules, trade with fundamentals. Invest in yourself, invest in your study time, invest in a mentor, invest in a product that is proven, that you know is proven with a person that can steer you in the right direction. All right. God bless. Have a great week, and we will see you next video.